What's up, everybody? It's your girl Aries, and I'm here with my girl Khandi Love, and y'all know what time it is. First of all, Khandi, before we even say what time it is, let's give a shout out to the people that have been waiting for us before before we went live. We definitely appreciate that.
We appreciate it. DeMarcus, we thank you for pulling up at 3:58. Dog, thank you for pulling up and speaking to the people. And Torek Sterling and Sanaya's mom at 8:01 p.m. Thank you for pulling up to the club. We appreciate it. Thank you in advance. Thank you for your support. We appreciate it.
Definitely. Now we're about to get into some other people business, but before we
Yes.
do that, make sure that y'all like the video while we play this intro.
Baby girl, you got it, girl, you got it, girl. You got it, girl, you got it, girl. I don't wanna play no games, but I'll give you my last name. Know you're tired of the same damn thing. That's okay, 'cause baby, you got it, girl, you got it. You got it, girl, you got it.
Hey, and we're back. Okay, so Khandi, let me show you what I dug into the crates for. For us to watch these people in the court. Shout out to people in court because they be supplying us with the bean footage every time. So
Okay.
yeah, y'all,
And we appreciate it. Truly appreciate it.
truly. So the
Yes.
title of this one is "Mom as Judge for a TPO against her son's ex-lover." But in the title long, but is he really an ex? It gets awkward. Okay.
Mm.
So Candy,
TPO
is he really
is a temporary protective order. Temporary protective order.
mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yep.
Well.
Let's see what these
Let's
folks talking
see.
about.
All
All
right.
right. Good afternoon to you both. Thank you for your patience with us. I know it's been a long wait for y'all. Believe it or not, we are nowhere close to done, but we are ready to handle your case, which means we're close to being done for the two of you. The way that this case will proceed is as follows. It's the petitioner's case and burden of proof. So she will go first. She will make her statement. What will follow from there is an opportunity to pose questions for that witness. And then after that, an opportunity to testify, which is to make your own statements. So that is how we will proceed. I'll go ahead and ask both parties to unmute for me and raise your right hands, please. Do you swear that any statements you make today will be the truth under penalty of perjury? If so, please say I do.
I do.
Thank you. And sir, you're muted. I think you may need to unmute.
I do.
All right. Thank you both. All right. Ma'am, state your name for the record, please.
My name is Norafrica Lee.
All right. And to the best of your knowledge, is the respondent a resident of DeKalb County?
Yes, sir.
All right. Tell me what your connection is to this person.
I have no connection with him. He is an ex friend of my son's.
All right. So your petition references a point in, I believe, May, where he was told not to return to your home. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. By the Henry County Police Department where I reside.
Okay. And does your son reside there as well?
Yeah, he do.
Okay. So you told him not to return. And what happened next? Or what happened in the time since, I guess, is the question I'm asking.
So after Henry County Police Department was called because he refused to leave my home on the night in questioning or whatever, there has been numerous attempts of him coming back to my home, him going to my mailbox, him being within 30 to 40 feet across from my home for hours, just standing at the stop sign. He's followed me and my disabled children from my street to the store, and he's texted repeatedly, called repeatedly from different I guess you would call them text now numbers or something like that.
So let me jump in for a second. I have a few things I want to hone in on. So when he's at your house, well, let me start with this. The time that you asked him to leave when the police came out in May, was he, did he tell you what he wanted or what he was seeking to accomplish?
Yeah, he said he wasn't leaving until he came to until he talked to my son.
Okay. Did your son happen to be at the house or not be at the house?
One time he wasn't. A couple of times he was, but my son refused to come out. My son is 20 years old. Mr. Gibson is 26.
I got a question. I got a question
for you.
Okay, we don't know these people.
Right, let me put that up here. We do not know these people. Wrong thing. We do not know these people, Candy. What's your question?
Y'all know I'm slow. Whatever come up, come out. So that's why I'm bracing myself. So she got a TPO on her son's friend. So where is the son? Can he not defend himself? Is he special? He's on the spectrum.
Right. What's the problem? Why he ain't in court for himself? That's all I'm trying to get to the bottom of too. It's really quite awkward. Like they said, like in the title, you know what I'm saying? Awkward. That ain't even the word. This is beyond that. Let me find out that the mama talking to him too. Cause why else? Like
you mean talking, or just like
dating, like lovering?
Oh, no.
Let me find out. It's a throuple. Cause why you got to have the alert, the TPO on this man? Unless
so he on the spectrum then.
Right. I'm about to say, unless you were conservator, said the son is like 21, this character 26. Not saying that that's a old, like that's not no really big gap, but it is showing that the person that we got in court right now is a few years older. And if he, might be a little bit not all the way there, it's just it's a home field advantage.
Okay. I just want. Okay, we can go ahead. We can play.
Okay. Let's see what they gonna say.
Hey, Shayna.
What's up, Shayna?
It's really a control thing, but my son have not really had any dealings with him for the last couple of weeks.
Okay, and so when he followed you, it was you and some minor children, but not.
Well, Philip, my son was in the car with me, but so I have three children that reside in the home with me. Two of them are my daughter is disabled, and my oldest son is disabled. He's autistic, and he have Down syndrome.
Okay.
Okay, now Candy, is she talking about the one? This who he dating? This who he dating?
Why would you put me? I'm not mature enough for this. Why would you do this to me?
Candy, oh my God. Yeah, that's right. I honestly, I don't know if I am too. We're gonna really try to get through this.
She said he had Down syndrome.
He got Downs.
I mean, I guess and nothing
right,
against
everybody
it.
deserves love.
Everybody deserves love.
Mm-hmm. But it definitely, this is why we here, okay?
So he's 20. She said her oldest son, so maybe
it's another one.
Maybe it's Let's go with it. Go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey, Tamika. Hey, Shayna.
Hey, Tamika. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And so he continues to return to the house in the last 2 months, or let's say 2.5 months or so, since you gave him that warning. How many times would you estimate he's come to the house?
At least 10 or 15.
Okay. What do you have any information in that time about contact that your son is or is not having with him? such as inviting him to the house or anything like that?
So it was an incident where they ended up having to go to some events together where they were together, and then one incident where they ended up out to eat. But you know, just like I told the man who I spoke with before you, regardless of what my son and Marcus had going on, I asked him to leave because of the couple of times that I asked him to leave repeatedly. He sat on my porch for hours, would not leave. That's why Henry County issued the criminal trespass against him, because he was just like, I'm not going anywhere till I talk to him. He would call me. I get up at 4:30 in the morning. I work for the school system. So
Now,
I mean,
why is he calling you?
my point exactly, trying to get to my son, and my son don't want to deal with it,
Okay. So are any of these things like accompanied with like a conditional threat or if he doesn't, or is the idea kind of, I'm just never this, there's no other end to this encounter other than me being able to see him?
Well, I don't know what his intentions are, but it is becoming a problem with me. I'm a victim of abuse, and I don't want to go into my history or whatever, but I've seen this happen in turn bad, and I've had situations to occur. But if somebody is respectfully asking you not to come to their home, or can you leave, Philip is not on my deed, or whatever. So Philip can get up and leave at any time. I still have to live here. And when you're disturbing my peace and my children's peace, it's a different situation. You're riding by, going to my mailbox, you're texting me, you're following me. It becomes a real bad issue at this point, and I'm just not understanding, why are you bothering me?
So if your son and Mr. Gibson want to have contact on their own terms outside the home, that's not an issue for you, but you don't want him coming around unexpected or unsolicited is essentially your viewpoint.
Yeah, but my son don't want to have any contact with him. He have not had any contact with him. And a couple of times, after the first.
Yeah, you sure about that, ma'am? Because you just said that they last had contact about a week ago. It ain't, I don't think that's enough time. I don't know. I can't wait to hear whatever he got to say.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be quiet because I got a lot. I don't know. I'm just confused.
I am gonna speed up the time on because
I'm
they
confused.
slow.
I'm confused. I'm just confused. How you know he don't want to be with the boy?
Right.
How you see? He got me stuttering. Just forget it. Hit play.
Let me know if this son is the one.
First or second incident before I even start calling the police when it became
Okay.
That's too
excessive.
fast.
My son was just like, he felt sorry because he kept begging him to come back, and he had talks with me like, I don't know what to do. I love him so much, but it was only within a couple of weeks' times.
So do you ever feel like Mr. Gibson has made threats to you or anything similar to that?
Yes.
And explain that.
So even the day of the incident, he came to my son's job. My son's supervisor at
before we get too far into this, were you actually, whatever you're about to tell me, were you here to see this firsthand and experience it?
We don't want no hearsay.
So when my son called me, I drove to the job.
Right.
So I experienced I did see I didn't experience him in the job, but when I got to the job, he was circling around the job. He was still circling around in his blue car.
You're saying,
hold on, Khandi, because I just got to chime in real quick, because why the hell the judge got to have a green screen? Why?
Right.
This is
He look wet. He look wet, don't he?
Yes.
Okay.
Ugh.
I'm
that you saw
confused.
him at your son's place of employment, and Mr. Gibson was in his blue vehicle.
Yes, and he was driving around and around, and he would not leave. And then when the police pulled in, Mr. Gibson pulled off.
It sounds like this is a known public. What is the workplace?
Waffle House. And
Okay. So, but what the question I had a moment ago was, do you feel that he has threatened you or made threats toward you?
I was about to get to that point. So after the Waffle House incident, that's why I was trying to give you the short, brief story leading up to. So when I got to the supervisor, which they know me, the supervisor and a couple of employees, I walked in to get. He was just like, "Mom, just come get him because I don't know what he's gonna do or whatever." At this point, he could do anything. I went in, the supervisor told me what happened or whatever. I then waited for the police, spoke with Stockbridge police because where I live, it's like Stockbridge and then Henry County. So I was told by the officers to come home and talk to police. I came home, I dialed 911, called Henry County, I let them know that he had a trespassing warning or whatever. And the officer actually came to the house. When he came to the house, he actually called, he asked me for Mr. Gibson's number. After speaking to the officer, Mr. Gibson popped up. Again, I was riding to the store.
Harris up there on the man.
I'm leaving my home. He's coming down. My baby girl was like, "Mama, there he go right there." I was like, "No, that ain't him." Not after speaking to the police and him asking the officer asking him to leave. I made a quick left turn and went up and.
Well, another Soldier Boy story going down.
She said, "Send King Harris up in there." Yeah, send King Harris to regulate that ass.
He was driving real fast. He stopped his car in the middle of the street, spun it around, and as I came back down, I go to the stop sign, make a right, and I go on about my way because I'm thinking, okay, he rode past me. When I get to my destination, which was the corner store by my house,
is he just harassing him?
Folded.
I just like he's trying to do a little intimidation.
At this point, it's too much. It's too much. My daughter was scared. She was like, "Mom, I don't know what he's gonna do."
Like, ain't no man around there. Y'all ain't got no. You got a husband. He got a daddy. Send somebody to tighten him up to get him some straightening. Cause ain't no way.
Right.
Ain't no way. You bothering me. You bothering me and my children with this foolishness. Ain't no way.
Ain't no way. Daughter all scared.
Fearing for what he's gonna do. I'm fearing for what he's gonna do. It's too much. And that's not the first time he's followed me.
And it don't make sense. It doesn't. Like that's why I'm so confused. Like, this is a grown man.
Okay, so he didn't make a threat, but it's the following and the looming and the insistence on talking and so on. That's okay.
Right. He didn't make a threat per se, but he is trying to intimidate. He's stalking. I still feel like, like he's doing something, like he's doing just enough to slide beneath the radar. He ain't committing no crimes.
All right. Stalkers can get a 2-piece in a biscuit.
Mr. Gibson, you're going to have a chance to testify if you choose to testify. Do you have questions that you wish for the court to ask this witness?
Hey, Monique.
Yeah.
What's up, Mo?
Okay, what's your first question?
I just want to know, as far as the going in the mailbox and things like that. It never happened, but because I know I'm aware that she has.
Hang on, you're gonna have a chance to testify, but first, this is just.
Okay.
So do you?
Okay, well, I don't have no questions. I don't have no questions.
All right. Well, in that case, ma'am, did you have any other witnesses you intended to have testify that are on the call?
Well, yeah, Philip. They said once I was doing the hearing, he couldn't be in the car. I had to get him so he couldn't hear what I was saying. So you want me to get him now?
Yes, please.
Oh, that's why they be in the car. Oh my God, Rescue blowing the horn as she getting out the damn car.
All right, good afternoon.
Oh, why he over there looking like 21 Savage? Right here he like 21 Savage. I'm sorry, I don't even know these people.
I don't know.
But not blowing the horn like Rescue.
Have you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear any statements you make will be the truth under penalty of perjury? Yes. Thank you. You can put your hand down. State your name for the record, please.
Philip Jenkins.
All right. We're here today discussing a protective order filed by Ms. Lee against Mr. Gibson. Have there been occasions over the last 6 weeks or so where you have observed Mr. Gibson around your home after he had noticed not to be there?
He the one.
Have you?
He the one. He the one.
Did he do
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Why you got to roll your neck, sir? I tell you, I'm not mature enough for this. I don't know why. You already know I ain't got no sense. Why you
I'm
did this
trying
to
to
me?
see him because if he the one with the touch of downs, then it just make it all that much more funny. So I really want him to get a little closer to the camera because
He
we
don't look
don't
like
know.
he got it.
Right. So everybody in the chat that just got here, the TPO could be against, or I mean, the lady's son is dating this man with the mask around his neck, and he may or may not have Down syndrome because she said that her oldest son got Downs. So we trying to figure out, if he's dating this man with the mask around his neck, and if that's probably the reason why they want the TPO in place because the son is just probably just not able to defend itself.
Witness him being here.
Have you yes?
At your house, at or around your house.
No.
Not the last couple. Ask the question again, Your Honor.
So
yeah,
I'm sorry,
Tim.
from May to now, I guess really it's about 2 months at this point. So I'm sorry, let me back up because you weren't here to hear the other testimony. Was there a point that you're aware of that Mr. Gibson was told to leave your home by the police?
Yes.
Okay, was that mid-May, early to mid-May? Okay, you nodded yes.
Yes.
How many times would you estimate that you've seen him around the house since then?
More than 10.
Okay, has he been contacting you during that 2-month period?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you told him at any point not to contact you?
Yeah, I haven't responded though.
Okay. Do you know?
Oh, he ain't got no
do you
Down
have any reason or
syndrome.
way to know whether
He
It
good.
ain't him.
directly know
It
ain't
whether he
him.
has contacted your mother?
My mom have his number blocked, but he calls. He's the only person that calls caller ID. Nobody else calls us like that.
Okay, so you're getting calls that say no caller ID or are coming from random numbers, and the belief is that that would be coming from him. Did your family used to receive those calls before May? So this is something that has started since in the same time frame that the issues with you and Mr. Gibson started.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Gibson, do you have any questions for this witness?
No, I do not. Hold on, I do actually, since this is who it's about. I think I heard you that you mentioned that have he had any contact with me since the no trespassing thing. So were we not texting each other since May, this no trespassing thing, or the night of that time where you text me and said you should have just left, it made things worse or whatnot. You haven't texted me anything or saw me or went out of town with me since then or anything?
That wasn't before. That was
after. I'm saying after the no trespassing thing.
This is permanent. That's just the temporary one.
We're 2 ships passing in the night right here. So his question, we're going to focus in on exactly what he's asking. Have you two texted at all since he was told to leave by police? Have you texted him at all?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He said someone said something about taking a trip together or going away together. Has there been an incident since that time in mid-May that you and Mr. Gibson either traveled together for any reason?
Yeah, that was June.
That was June.
It's the one that mama, her arm ran across his face.
Okay.
Because he got her up there looking stupid. Like,
because soon as he had to say, yeah, we've been texting, and yeah, it's a wonder we didn't see this her hand go across the screen because ain't no doggone way.
Or just cut the whole camera, cut the whole phone off. I would have just snatched my phone down and hung up the call. Sorry,
don't even worry about it.
Time of the court.
And he gonna pay whatever cost has occurred.
Right.
No.
How long was the trip?
A day. Tell him what the trip was. It was for a concert. But it was.
Look how he trying to downplay it. Look how the son trying to downplay it. Like, oh, that wasn't nothing. Like, I wasn't scared of him right then, but like,
one day.
Y'all had already purchased.
All right. So, and so have you made plans to see Mr. Gibson or spend time with Mr. Gibson between May and now, other than that?
With the concert, yeah.
No, other than the concert.
He pop up here and there.
Not pop up.
Okay. All right, Mr. Gibson, I know sometimes I just have to butt in and ask the questions I want to ask, but do you have other questions that you want to ask?
I heard you mention it. Was there any other times in the concert? There's other times in the concert. We have been with each other this whole time since May. You know, we had that situation.
Well, hang on.
I'll be like,
all right.
Okay.
So
I'm just
are you done
waiting till it's time.
You
got a lot to say.
I'm done questioning.
okay.
Cause he got a lot to say about something. Cause he don't have no questions for nobody. So it seemed like the mama and the son are trying to be in cahoots, but he probably saying, listen, I ain't got no questions for nobody. I'm gonna just say what I got to say when it's time for me to testify. Cause I don't even want to question y'all because y'all full of shit. That's what it sounds like.
It do. For real, Candy. Because look, this is giving, what's that show, Family Feud, where they get up there and they say the answers, but they got the person in the back.
Yes.
In the soundproof booth. Like, you didn't know what your mama just got up there and said, but you trying to match up to make it like the defendant is the bad guy, but y'all stories ain't adding up on the plan.
It's not matching at all.
It ain't.
Oh yeah, we went for a day. And mom, oh yeah, y'all had already bought the tickets. Lady, hush, because you already said this boy was harassing, riding around the building, putting stuff in the mailbox, doing all this stuff. Everything you have said ain't nothing like what your son, the little bit time your son been up here, he has not said anything that match yours, what you say remotely. It don't even match at all. Like, just shut the whole phone off, because this is really irking my nerves. I'm so confused about why y'all up here. Why are we even here? Why? And he smiles down there because you know he right.
You know
I was against him at first, and looking like Andrew Caldwell with them braids and that mask with S. I might be with him.
I think I'm riding with him too, honestly, Candy. I'm riding with the defendant.
Savage and Respucia done got on my nerves.
Right, for real. Like, she didn't do that right. When she got out the car and told him to go get in, she should have been like, she should have gave him the rundown in 30 seconds. Like, all right, I told him that he'd been following us, and your sister was scared, and they was at Waffle House, and da-da-da. Get in there.
Yes, all that. Da-da-da. Yeah, all of that.
She ain't did that right.
Okay. All right.
May I add the mailbox thing? He said he hadn't been in my mailbox. My son is
he hasn't said anything. He hasn't testified at all because he hasn't been under oath and taken the stand as a witness. So
okay, I just want out the mailbox. He did go in my mailbox because he placed things in my mailbox that he.
You will have a chance to question him about all of that, but that needs to come after he testifies. Okay. All right, Mr. Gibson, you have been sworn in. And I'm sorry, Miss Lee, I didn't ask, but that was the only witness you intended to call, correct?
Yes, my daughter's not here. I was going to call her, but I didn't know if she could like testify or not because she is a minor. So I wasn't sure.
Okay, well, that's fine. So, Mr. Gibson, you've been sworn.
Excuses.
So the issue is with the mama. The boy ain't got no problem. The mama got the problem. What is he there for then?
Okay, so since the no trespassing thing came about, I actually called the police that night because before I came, I told him I was coming. I told Philip that I was coming to get something that I gave him that we was actually sharing together, and because he was acting weird or whatever.
What y'all was
sharing? We was in a relationship at this time, and he has texted my phone and asked me that same night was I coming, and I didn't respond back because I was driving or whatever. And so I came that night and asked him for my stuff or whatever, and it was sitting on the porch. And then I told him that he want to come outside to talk, and he was like, "Get your stuff and go" or whatever. So I was like, okay. So I'm like, why is you acting like this? Because I'm under the impression that we're in a relationship, and my definition, we're in a relationship, and something's not going right or somebody feels some type of way, I talk about it or whatever. And so that's when I did proceed to leave. I had got in my car because his dad called my phone. I guess he had his dad call my phone, and I talked to his dad.
Sorry to interrupt. Does he reside at the same location or different?
I never met his dad before. It just a random number called my phone, and they said it was his dad. So I don't know if he lived there or not.
He got a dad.
So as I proceeded to leave, his mom came outside. I got done talking to his dad.
He got a daddy in the picture, Candy. You right.
In his life. That's what I'm trying to say. See, I told you he got a daddy. It's like he has a father, a present father. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
No, but that's good. Okay, so we getting the questions answered because we was curious. How is all this happening? And right, it ain't no man to give you the smoke, but really, this guy is not
There's
even
no
like that.
need. There's no
It's no
need for a
need.
man to give smoke. See, we was ready to
Right,
put the pause on this dude, you know,
right.
and he don't even deserve that because
No,
21 Savage play and his mama playing games.
I think
Well,
they.
the mama playing games.
I wonder
21
if
Savage
like the
want to be with him.
mom. You feel like, or do you think that the mom would like just have a issue with her son being gay? Like, do you think she's trying to sabotage like that?
Well,
Because
if she does, she do it, but making it worse because
mhm,
old buddy
right.
ain't stopped. He's circling the building. He riding around the building putting stuff. Well, y'all say he put stuff in the mailbox. He said he didn't do that, but I mean, he liked old boy, 21 Savage. So evidently, the mama may have a problem with it, but because she is the one that has the issue.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Philip,
what is
his
she
name Philip.
on?
Yeah, Philip don't have an issue with what's his name, Marin, whatever. With Mr. Gibson, he don't have a problem with him.
I think it's Marvin, Marcus, something. This little line
But
anyway. I'm trying to
no,
see what it
Vespucci got
says.
the problem. 21
He
ain't
Right.
came
got the
outside
problem.
and shot a gun or whatever, fired a gun, and that's when I called the police or whatever because she shot a gun and told them what happened. And they just said, just don't come back over or whatever, no trespassing, da, da, da. So that same night, he texted me and was
Oh
telling
my
me
god.
this long paragraph thing or whatever, what he was saying
Adrian,
about what happened. And we continued our relationship and we were still talking, seeing each other. And I guess that's probably the 20 times over 20 times she was trying to say I'm harassing him, but me and him was
y'all was what?
Probably texting and agreed to meet up or something.
Because I'm sick of her. I am sick of her. I'm sick of it.
And she just sitting there listening like, why you still in the car when he giving his testimony and like now you need to
actually
dismiss
built in a
yourself.
relationship. So I don't see how I'm harassing somebody that I'm having intercourse with or anything that nature or whatever. And so that's why I'm kind of confused about this whole thing about the harassing thing because I don't harass him. And
So,
within the
so what
past,
would happen when you would come to, so these incidents that you think she's talking about, you come to the house and then what happens?
well, since they did a no trespassing thing, he didn't want his mom to know about me. So or that he was still talking to me. So I would meet him either down the street at the stop sign down the hill and he'll or meet him up the street at the store gas station somewhere. He'll walk up there
Right.
and stuff. And or he want me to go pick up his niece and nephews and stuff like that. I've dropped them off. He'll ride with me to go get them and bring them back to the house. Other than that, I keep
not picking up the niece and the nephew. Y'all had this
my
man
car
running errands and y'all trying to get a temporary protection order on him.
And this lady, he gonna pick up your grandkids, and you doing? Why you put that up there?
Oh, I didn't even see what it said. Who doing what to whom? Right.
Why he gonna pick up your grandkids? Oh, never mind. She just don't like the boy.
She just don't like him.
She
That's
just
what
don't
I'm
like
saying,
him.
man. It's something up. I think she don't like that her
It's
son
her.
Yeah.
It's her. It's her. Yeah.
She probably think that she could split up the relationship by getting this TPO on him and the son just going with the flow. Like it really could be one of those families where, you could have a gay family member, but they parents just never acknowledge it. And it's just like, we know that you're gay, but like mom and them is still just acting like it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing, but they're just not even acknowledging it. So I feel like the mom could be in that type of delulu. She probably could be.
Post toward comment.
Now, how she think those kids get to her house? Okay, by this man with a face mask around his neck.
Exactly. Now that don't make sense to me. That don't make sense. She is the problem. She's the problem.
Yeah. It's this
and I wanted to believe her at first because she said he circled the building, but listen, somebody
in the block, right?
Somebody they got a love thing going on, and you can't break that up, ma'am. And then you can do about that. He just need to leave your house and be done with you as far as living under your roof, because evidently you don't like what he does. Because this young man seems to be, he might be a little overbearing, or he might have a little control problem or something. I don't know, but Philip like it.
Right. They just in a little toxic relationship, probably. You know, they get into it and they get back together. But he
Yeah,
the one with the nursing scrubs on and a
yeah,
little thing around his neck. So you know he's probably on his work break. You
right.
know, like
Dealing
he
with this
not
lady.
free.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to it.
Top of the street or whatever, and I never came in her yard unless she told me to. When I came over there and talked to her one time or whatever, and but
So
that's
you're
all
saying
it
that
be.
your
Nothing don't
practice
never happen.
typically, your typical practice since the no trespass warning is that you will drive.
How you gonna put a TPO on somebody that's running the errands? That's what I don't get.
Right. He running errands for you and his lover. He
Near,
picking up your
and that you
grandkids and
will
everything.
have already arranged
Look, you say
a meetup
okay.
spot
Yeah.
with Mr.
Right.
Jacob.
Right.
Okay.
And he
in what
also
way do
has,
you usually make that arrangement?
we talk on the phone to each other or we're texting each other.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Carry on.
What's up, Steve?
And so I'm I don't know what else to say other than I just feel like this is just not something that nobody's feared for their life or anything. As far as the mailbox, I've never been in a mailbox. I don't touch nobody's mailbox. I haven't even left nothing on mailbox. Everything that I've gotten him or bought for him, we was in the store together and he has it, in a bag and he carried it to the house or whatever it is. If I need to get him something or whatever, I give it to him in his hands or something like that. Never touched their mailbox or anything. So I just want to see if there was something showing that I was in their mailbox. If there's nothing, then it just saying stuff or whatever. So because I don't touch nobody's mailbox.
Where's the
I never came to the house,
footage?
damaged any property. I never came and was belligerent or anything of that nature. I was always respectful of her. I never called her name. I always was very polite and everything. So that's all I really have to say.
Hi, Stephen. Hello. Hello.
All right, Ms. Lee, do you have questions for this witness?
Yes. He said about the now on the mailbox thing. He said he never, been in my mailbox or whatever. Philip is right here, and Philip can testify to him leaving what it was, a speaker and what else he left.
The battery pack.
The speaker and a battery pack in my mailbox. I just felt violated with that. I put that in there, but you should know not to come to someone's house.
Not violated.
Girl,
violated.
he asked him to do that. Had to.
In the
He said, put my stuff in the mailbox because I ain't supposed to be talking to you. My mama got the thing on you, so just put it in the mailbox and I'm gonna come out and get it. Mama went out there and got it. Now, what you scared of? What is you acting like this is a bomb or something?
She's like, she felt violated. Girl, shit up. I don't even like telling people shit up, but I'm telling these people to shit up, shut up. Because you sound. See,
Look,
I told you I'm not mature enough.
He put something in it. Yes, he did.
Right.
Put something in it, but it wasn't nothing dangerous. Like she trying to
Put a speaker in a battery pack. Like,
now you scared
it wasn't drugs. It wasn't a bomb. It wasn't a blicky. He put a battery pack.
It wasn't a nasty note.
Okay, it wasn't no nasty pictures. It wasn't no pile of a cup of shit. It was
that's what I'm thinking.
A speaker and a battery pack. Like, lady, go take a nap. Just go.
Please.
Just go. Just go. Right. He don't want to get put out.
Mailbox. He has no right to go in my mailbox. I don't care if he's dropping out something. If you're not the post person, I just want to ask him, did you not put a speaker in the battery pack in the mailbox?
We both know that I did not put. Me and Philip both know when I get the speaker back, and when he get in my car and we make up or whatever, he grabbed the speaker out my back seat and take it back in the house. There's no time I ever been in that mailbox.
I'm sick of these people. I'm sick of Respucia and 21 Savage because y'all playing games. Y'all really playing games.
And he playing games with
why would I leave a speaker in his mailbox? Exactly. I stay 20 minutes away from him. So why would I drive 20 minutes to put something in the mailbox and I'm there to see him? Like,
20 minutes ain't nothing though if you really
had the speaker this whole time. Like, when have I ever had time to put something that I don't have in my possession in your mailbox? And if it was a problem with me leaving the mailbox, why does he still have the item?
Because it was a gift. Okay, my next question. How many times have I asked you since the no trespassing? Had I asked you to leave me out of this and leave my family out of this? I want to know how many times I asked you to leave us out of this and leave us alone. Because I have since the criminal trespass.
Let him answer the question.
Since that, I only talked to you about stand up. You telling me to stay away. on the text messages that you sent me. You said to stay away. You said something about the phone because me and him had an incident about when he left his phone, and you said that was the only time you said something like that. Because other than that, I really don't have any contact with you.
All right. So how many times has she told you other times to stay away or leave her?
It was just that.
Alone?
It was just that one time.
All right. So what other questions do you have, Ms. Lee? Ms. Lee, you're on mute. I think you'll have to click to unmute. See if this gives you an extra button to do that.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Don't she look? Because I was really trying to stall her out on that. I wasn't gonna say nothing at first, but yeah, she is giving me Miss Netta vibes while she up here lying on this boy.
On the day when you followed me to the store, I just want him to testify under what did I say to him exactly at the store after he followed me and my daughter in the phone.
So we're gonna break this down into pieces. So the day that she was going to the store, who all did you see with her, Mr. Gibson?
I don't recall a day following her to no store.
Right.
I don't recall.
Point that you two have had verbal contact since the trespass warning in May.
Yes, sir.
I got to ask Mr. Gibson, I think.
I thought you were asking me.
Have me and her had verbal contact since we had contact? I talked to her before at her house when she said I can come over. That's the only time. Other than
when was that in relation to the trespass warning?
After. Tell me it's after, and I'm gonna slap Netta.
Bruh.
I do not remember.
But
I think
that
was May. It had been May 27th, I believe.
So 2 to 3 weeks later. All right. He does not acknowledge following you to a store, ma'am. And so that kind of puts a stop to the end of that line of questioning.
I am sick of 21 Savage and Respucia. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them.
The day that he's talking about I invited him over, that's the day he stood outside the stop sign right outside my house for 3 hours. I thought Philip was in the car with him. Philip was downstairs. He begged me to come and talk. So I gave him permission to come and just stay his claim one more time. And he said all of that stuff. And I told him that day, the day that he followed me, and on several text messages to please leave me alone. He's lying.
Well, we just whoop his ass then. Fight him, beat him up, do something, because I'm sick of it. I mean, ain't no way. I'm sorry. I'm yelling. I'm sorry. I didn't got emotional. Let me stop.
Right. No, this is definitely work up worthy because you do just want to get a hold of this lady. Like, where is Marcus' mama at? So say she could go to town on Miss Netta. Because you ain't gonna be, if I was Marcus's mom, like, or in his family, auntie, sister, anything, you telling me that your boyfriend mama is trying to get a protection order against you? Where's she at? Let's give her a
when she get the order, you tell the dude to come to the house 2 or 3 weeks later. Like
2 weeks later.
Girl, what? Oh, windmill on him, please. If he's bothering you, windmill on him. Put the fluffers on him, hands and feet. Do all the things to let him know that he does not need to come back to your domicile ever again. And next time he comes, you gonna whoop his ass again. We fighting. I'm sorry. And I'm gonna beat Philip ass too.
Right. Because you for real. No, Philip definitely getting it because he playing both sides. He's straddling the fence. He won't just come out and tell his mama, like, I'm grown. And Torek said it best. She said Philip ain't trying to get out in the real world, basically, and have to pay for his own bills and stuff. His mama probably taking care of him. He probably got a baby. Yeah. I'm saying, like, I can understand that, but if you want to live your life, like, look at what your mama trying. This is the stuff that force kids out into the world early. Like, when you can't just be comfortable and get taken care of like you should be, you know? Like, yeah, this will make somebody want to be like, man, I'll just move out.
I got to go. My mama tripping.
Right.
Because I'm like, what is it that has he been? I have not heard either one of them say that he's been abusive to 21 Savage. I have not heard that yet.
No.
What is the problem? What is it? Because he's gay? Lady, get over it. That's not going to change. That's not going to change.
She ain't said it, But I feel like that's what it, because it don't nothing else make sense. Ain't nothing
He ain't
making
cussed her out. He ain't cussed the boy out. I have not heard either one of them say he's been verbal abusive or physically or mentally, emotionally abusive to either one of them. All he did was circle the job too many times and pull up at her mailbox a time or two
But
and
when he
follow them
pulled up
around
to the
Family Dollar,
mailbox,
Walmart. That's
right.
all. Lady, you wasting the court's time. You wasting these people's time.
And I think we be a pretty good judge of character. I could see that this boy ain't on that type of time. He's just not like that. You know,
I have
I
yet
don't
to
think that
hear it.
he's
I have yet to
aggressive.
hear it. I have
Yeah,
yet to hear it.
I have not. But on the other hand, Netta,
You send all these text messages and stuff. Can you please? If there's, can you show? I want. It's like everything you're saying it because I can. I submitted all my stuff to back myself up, and there's everything on
no, we
paper.
want
So
the.
that's
Don't
just,
show me
that's
no
just
piece
those
of
text
paper.
messages are for that same.
Don't show me no piece of paper. What did you submit to the court, lady?
Right. The judge supposed to have that stuff in his hand. Look at the judge and sat back.
Look. Oh my God. This judge is irritated. Oh wow. Look at him. See, this is why I don't understand why the judge got the green screen, because this man looked like he didn't want to sit down. Like he
I thought he had a towel. He don't even have a towel. He don't have a collar. Look like he don't have no collar on his shirt. He's
uh-uh.
aggravated. He's aggravated, and I'm aggravated too.
Uh-uh.
Same night. So I'm saying, is there any other messages that you have? Because you said I called you from 5 different numbers. Where are the 5 numbers that I called you from? Like, where are they? Because I don't have 5 numbers. So that's why I'm like, where is it?
Don't act like it could
I
be
don't
in
need
a
to call you
text
from no
plus.
other numbers or nothing like that. I just talked to him. Like even last week after this situation, and I'm gonna bring it up. If your son feel like he don't want to be bothered with me or whatever the case may be, he's said out his in text messages and over the phone that he was agreeing to be for us to be friends. So I was cool with us being friends and let it be. And then now it's like, oh, Marcus is harassing me or whatever. And I'm like, how? And why would you tell a person that you want to be friends with that they're harassing you?
Oh
Like
Lord.
this is like a relationship thing where you go through something and then now you put your mom involved and then she's gonna go above and beyond for her child. Like I understand you're gonna do that for your child, but it's not giving that I'm harassing your child because your child is still feeding into like my mom. She knows about this situation.
Okay. We
Okay.
getting somewhere.
Yes,
What?
right. We're getting some more.
Let's hear some more. Let's hear what the
Right.
rest what he said about his mama. Cause she ain't
But she's not
studying.
gonna keep putting herself in it. But if I'm gonna continue to keep talking to him, that's what I'm trying to say. If he's gonna continue to talk to me, why push it this far? If you feel like you're in danger or your safety is at risk or whatnot, that's what I'm not understanding. Because we just talked to each other last week. Follow me on Instagram and all. Like if you feel that way.
So, how many times have you called her?
I don't call the test. I probably call her one time, and I call her one.
Why are you talking to the
was
mother?
May. I gotta go back to my thing. It
Don't
was a
even
time
worry
where he
about
asked
it.
me something, and I was calling, and I called her to ask was he was with her because he told me he had turned his location off, and
That's why he pulling up to where everywhere they be at. What? Not talking about he turned his location off.
You are a stalker, sir. You give stalker vibes. However, I mean, I get it. I get it. When you like somebody, you like somebody. However,
Just
they
like
want to take my
somebody else.
wig off.
21, you don't want him anyway. You don't want him anyway, son. Cause his mama gonna be
His
too
mama is too much in the business.
Right. How in the hell you got a TPO on somebody that you sharing your location with?
Right. But it's the mama though. It's not the boyfriend, it's the mama.
It's the mama.
You need to get your own car. Evidently, he don't have a license because the boyfriend take you where you need to go. The mama take you where you need to go. You don't have a vehicle, which okay, I understand. However, you might need to start working some triples and doubles at Waffle House and doing what you need to do to get some extra tips so you can buy your own vehicle. Marcus might buy you a well, you don't want him to buy you one because he's a little bit controlling. However,
take it back.
He gonna take it back. Yes. I'm done. I'm so done. I'm done. I thought the mama had some sense, but
Why? Cause she had on them glasses. Why did
I
she
just,
have
I
sense?
just
It
figured it
seemed
was.
like
I
she
figured it
gave
was
it the
like.
benefit of the doubt.
I figured it was a legit case. I really
Yeah.
did. I really did. It
Yeah, I
bothered my
didn't
spirit.
first.
That was that other time I called her, but I don't know. That was it. There was no other time because she was like, "He's with me at the store." Da, da, da. And yeah,
Look at this judge.
The judge is done.
even
Judge,
with
Right.
yesterday, I could show I
please.
could show messages from yesterday with his friend on
Finish these
Instagram telling me,
fools.
"Oh, he said he still love you and this and third. He wants you to watch this movie and stuff
Okay.
like."
All right, Your Honor.
But here's the thing. What were you gonna say, Miss Lee?
What I just like I
A
told
lie.
the gentleman before you came on, whether they decide to see each other or not, Your Honor, that's between them. I feel a way for him calling me. I'm not making this up. I have my text messages too, or whatever. I have Philip to say have called me for several numbers. Why would I go to the link? If y'all gonna deal with each other, that's y'all. He's never been inside of my home. I don't approve of the relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Don't approve of their lifestyle or whatever. Never had a good vibe with him or whatever. From the day I told him to stay away from me, he should have did that. Just like Philip told him, you should just listen to my mom and left. I would not go. The Cab County is a good little ways from Stockbridge. I have a busy life. I have no time to be running to the courthouse, doing all this stuff or whatever, just because he want to deal with my son. Stay away from me and my children, the other ones, because if anything happens to me after this or whatever, this is too much. I've seen stalking situations where the lover gets so upset.
Well, that's not here. A rude awakening for every petitioner that comes to this court is what I'm about to say right now. Nobody in this world has ever gotten a protective order from the state of Georgia because of something that might happen. You get protective orders in the state of Georgia because of things that have happened. And so I don't discount anybody having concerns and feeling them because those instincts are what lead people to come to the court for evaluation of their case. But we're not going to spend time breaking those down, fair or unfair, because that's not what we're here to decide. So here's the question I have as part of this. If I'm understanding right, you've seen him near your house, around your house. How many times has he come onto the property without your invitation since the trespass? I think you got to unmute, Miss Lee.
He about to
at
hold
least
up a
10 times.
zero.
And when he comes on the property, what does he do?
Different things or whatever, you know.
Pick one and give me an example.
So he's sitting on the porch. I'm asking him to leave or whatever. Now, the times he comes to my home, I was out of town or either not at home. I was at 2 prayer revivals and I seen him on my camera. But the incidents in hand is him following me, him texting me.
Hang on a second, because I need to unpack some of this other stuff. Part of what you said a few minutes ago was that you're fine with him and your son continuing on whatever they choose to as adults, separate and away. You would acknowledge that you don't know what conversations your son has continued to have with Mr. Gibson over these last 10 weeks, right?
Yes.
So you don't know on a given day, was he invited by Mr. Jenkins? Does Mr. Gibson think that he's going to pick up Mr. Jenkins at the stop sign or the end of the road or the top of the hill or whatever? You would acknowledge that it's possible that those communications take place.
Yes, sometimes he pops up and sometimes I don't know. Oh, you're right. I don't know, but
Okay.
I know, yeah.
The only person that has filed for an order is you, correct?
Yes, the officer said that because my son was 18, he had to file his own order or whatever, and to do mine through the ex parte people or whatever, due to me having.
Yeah, each adult needs their own if they want to pursue it, but to the best of your knowledge, yours is the only one that's been filed.
Like I said, it's for the stalking, harassing. You know, if someone don't want you, around their home. I don't rent here. I own my home. Following me to the store, texting me repetitively, calling me. Just stay away. But he haven't done that.
Following the boyfriend, not you.
This is not Philip's home. This is my home.
Well, sort of. This is another thing people don't like to hear. I don't think you knew this in the delivery room. I think this is the second time I've had to say this today. I don't think you knew this in the delivery room, but you became a landlord. You didn't become a landlord until Philip turned 18. But when he turned 18, you weren't just his mama, you were his landlord. And there are legal and life complications that come with that special birthday. So that's not at the core of what we're here to unpack today. It was right at the middle of one of the other cases we had to deal with. But this is a challenging situation when
it's one-sided. It's one-sided. She knows that. She knows it. Like Torque says, she's a homophobe. She needs to shut the F up, go pray her son's gay away, and stay there
you're
until
telling
it's
him to stay
gone.
off the
Yes.
property.
Stay in the closet until it's gone, which means it's never gonna go.
At best, we would
Never
all
going
acknowledge
nowhere,
that there are
right?
mixed messages here. Is that you are telling him to stay away, you're trying to set boundaries, and in a certain school of thought, and coming from a certain upbringing, the expectation would be that you as the actual homeowner and the person in charge and the parent and the elder and all of those titles that we earn as we accrue more years on this earth, that those boundaries would be set and respected for any number of reasons.
Come on, Judge.
Yes, sir.
There are separate and distinct questions legally that have to be answered. A trespass warning can be done by anybody at any time, for any reason or no reason at all. His ability to, I don't want to, I guess your son, whether your son can circumvent that, for example, by inviting Mr. Gibson somewhere or someplace himself, that's kind of a complicated question.
I'm sick of her. I'm sick of her.
In a situation like this. And then the other piece of this that has to be answered is that what you're asking the court to decide, he hasn't said anything threatening. He hasn't made threats. He seems to be incredibly persistent. And then the question that the court is left to answer is whether the overwhelming amount of contact, that might have gone on over this time is,
This judge getting on my nerves. What is it gonna be?
done is directed toward you without your consent and in a way that is for the purpose of intimidating and harassing. And it is a concerning quantity.
Put your hand down now.
But what were you going to say, Miss Lee?
Not Neil. I'm sick of
I
this.
want you, Your Honor, to question
I'm
Philip
sick of it.
about the stalking. He was there with the stalking, the harassing, the text messages, because
Right.
like I said, I can't stop that communication. I can't. You said yourself, he's 18 years old. But I want you, Your Honor, to question Philip about how many times I've asked him to stop. And that's my whole issue.
How many times but
I asked Mr. Gibson to stop contacting me, following me, harassing me.
Pause. Is he
Right.
following her
but
and her children, or is Philip in the car
This was
with
after
her when she's
I feel like she's
following-
lying.
when he's
She just trying
following?
to sabotage. I think that this lady lying about the following altogether. Every time that he probably popped up on Philip because he know his work schedule. Hell, he know his location. But following that around, that's a lie. Throw that out.
Stop doing this while my mama is around. But hell, he always with his mama. So shit, when he gonna do it? He ain't never with nobody else, like no homeboys or homegirls or cousins or somebody. Like, if you have the location and he's with his mother, which he's always with his mother, don't follow them. Stop causing problems when you don't have to. However, I get it. But lady, you are doing too much. You already told us why you have a problem. You don't like what they got going on. You don't like their lifestyle. You cannot do anything about it. I'm venting and we need to play. And I'm about to go crazy. Can't play. I just can't. I can't.
Criminal trespass.
right. But the term intimidating and harassing, or I think it's harassing and intimidating, that's a term, that's a legal term that has its own definition in the context of these orders. And the part of this, the trespass warning is no matter what happens, the trespass warning it's a trespass warning. He's supposed to stay off your property. If he fails to do that, the police can choose to bring charges against him. But the conduct that he's doing has to be directed to you for the purpose of harassing and intimidating you. And then that term is defined in a specific way legally that at its core mostly boils down to your physical safety. And what we have here is a relationship that you don't approve of that continues to go on with your son who lives in your house. It might be on and off. It might be on again, off again, and have its ups and downs. Most relationships do, no matter the age, but especially in your 20s, that's how that goes. But the conduct that's being undertaken here, I think we all agree that the contact between you and Mr. Gibson at the end of the day is not about you, it's about your son.
Right.
It's not to intimidate and harass you, though I'm sure you find it incredibly, I would describe it as annoying. And so the two advisements that I'm going to give everybody are going to be these two things. We already talked about the trespass. It's 4:20. Y'all have been very patient. I'm not going to say all that again. The other advisement is this: other forms of communication, specifically electronic communication, phone calls, text messages, emails, social media posts, those types of electronic communication are covered by the harassing communication statute, which sets out that is a misdemeanor crime to repeatedly contact someone against their wishes or without their consent. What Ms. Lee is expressing today is that she wishes for Mr. Gibson to have no contact with her, and that's being spelled out clearly as day in case there was any doubt about that. That Mr. Gibson should not be on her property. He should not contact her electronically or otherwise. The protections that are in place by law in the form of the trespass statute and the harassing communication statute, those protections apply with or without a protective order. Police can bring charges with or without a protective order. They would bring slightly different charges if there were a protective order. But my finding for today is that even though I am severely concerned about the quantity of contact, or I will say presence, some of these don't involve direct interactions, but they involve proximity. I'm concerned about the amount of this, but the purpose and intent laid out in the stalking statutes that's required for me to issue the order, I don't have enough evidence to say that this is the appropriate decision for today. Mr. Gibson, I think we've all been able to figure out what boundaries there are. If you and Mr. Jenkins continue to be in contact with each other, that's between you and Mr. Jenkins as adults. You're not permitted on the property. You're not, insofar as she has already told you not to contact her. If you do contact her, that is harassing. And the one thing I tell everyone when a stalking order is not extended is that I have never said no to a stalking order. I have only ever said not yet. And what that means is that if anything else happens, it gets added to the petition gets refiled, and we do all this again for her to essentially ask the straightforward question, what about now, Judge? Does this put us over the line? And so we do that when we have to. Understand and respect those boundaries. It seems like, for whatever consolation this may be, she does not wish to interfere in whatever is going on between the two of you, but she wants to be out of it, and she wants her minor children to be out of it. Which is a better position to be in than one where she wished to actively interfere, or one where she wished to keep Mr. Gibson and Mr. Jenkins apart. So for whatever that's worth, any plans you two may have together, make those plans in accordance with those wishes, because even with Mr. Jenkins's invitation to come get him or come meet him, if it was on his property, you would be running the risk of the police just being left to decide who was in the right and who's in the wrong if one person said stay away and one person said come visit. And that's not a position that any police officer or any court ever wants to see you in the middle of, because there are no right answers, only wrong answers when you get put with that. And so stay off the property, do not contact her for any reason. The order that will be issued by me is what's called dismissal without prejudice. And if Ms. Lee needs to refile her petition due to additional contact or presence on her property, then she is encouraged to do so when needed. We're going to place you both back in the waiting room, and you'll be free to log off.
That's the way that cookie then crumbled. So what happened? Basically, it was a no. Because look, that man was talking for so long, my eyes start falling asleep. I said, "Hold on, what the heck? What did happen to the mail? Come and get us." That lady,
Listen,
what?
I am so done. I am sick. Oh, wait a minute. Light went out. I'm sick of these people.
It say here, I don't fault the mom for bringing this to the courts. It's what the cops told her to do. But it's unfortunate that this consumes so much of the court's time because the cops told y'all to do that. What?
Mm-hmm.
That don't make no kind of sense. They just didn't want to deal with it right then and there. They
Right.
just
But
told her to mm-hmm.
the thing is, your son is still, it's him. He is, he caught up in the night. He caught up in a bind, Nate. You
He in
know,
the
he
mind.
caught up in a bind. And because he likes to do, the mama does not approve of a relationship. He's being followed. I mean, the mom is being followed by the boyfriend, which means he's with the mother. He don't want you, lady. He ain't following you. He don't want you. He's not calling you. He's calling. Well, he's calling your phone because he wants to talk to your son, or he wants you to tell your son to answer the phone. Like,
Right.
what is it? I mean, do you answer the phone when he calls? I
And
mean,
it's the
have you
house
tried to block
phone.
him? Oh,
It's
it's the
not even
house
my
phone.
cell phone. Yeah.
Oh
Because
shit.
yeah, they said call she was like, he's not calling my personal phone. He's calling the house phone. And then yeah, people in the court put up there like, so is the phone in the home considered like your personal phone? Like,
I
yeah,
mean,
he
it
wasn't
is
calling
in a
her phone.
way,
She was
but
answering.
still,
Mm-mm. Yeah, the way that she
lady.
tried to play that, like, cause you left out a big part that the son was in the car when y'all was getting followed around.
Yeah, like the son was still there because he was like he had his location, so he was following them.
Right. He didn't know who he was with. He could have been in a
So
damn
you
Uber.
the reason, and he went out of town to another location. They stayed overnight and went to a concert. Lady, what is the problem? Like my
She
sister
told
said,
her.
go in your prayer closet, pray the gay away, stay in the closet until it's
Yeah.
gone. And I said, lock the door and throw the key down the vent because it ain't going nowhere. Stay, leave it alone,
Right.
Respucia. 21 Savage wants Mr. Gibson, and that's it. There's nothing you can do about it. I understand you got a lot of stuff going on with your other children, and you feel he harassing you. If
This even
he's
better.
following you, what is he saying? Oh God, what is he
This even
saying
more
to you?
reason not to be worried about what your son got going on. Focus on them kids that need the extra attention, ma'am. Like you need to
Yes,
be focusing on that.
he was 21, Matthew. He was 21, and the boyfriend was 26 or 25 or whatever it was. They was adults. You act like this boy is a child. He's not a child. He's a grown behind man. He's a legal adult. However, he's still your child. He lives under your roof. He has to abide by your rules. But you act so if he had a girlfriend, if it was a girl, how would you feel? What would you do? Oh, she
I
could come
think she'd be
in.
doing a little
She
bit
could
different.
spend the night if you want to be ignorant. I mean, like what? If it was a girl, what? Because I have yet to hear this dude was abusive to your son. I've yet to hear that. I've yet to hear he was abusive to you and your children. I have yet to hear that. You the one pulled the blicky out and shot it in the air. You did the pow pow in the air. You did that. He didn't do that to you. He put some in your mailbox. So what?
A
It,
Bluetooth speaker in the battery pack.
you mad because the battery pack went for they little toys and not yours? I mean,
Right.
like what? What you mad because he got all this attention and you don't? Are you jealous? You jealous of your son?
Must be. She did. She came out and flat out said what we were suspecting. The
Yeah. Well,
lifestyle. Like,
we
oh my
we ended
God.
up suspecting that because at first I was like, this dude is crazy. I'm just saying, she must have been jealous or something. Cause shit, I don't. I mean, hey, Inga Binga, I don't know. They have stressed me out.
All right.
They stressed me out. I'm stressed. Yes, Matthew. She pulled out a blicky
Yes.
and let one sound off like it's 4th of July. Or like it's Juneteenth.
Oh,
'Cause
like why?
listen,
What
like
was
why?
you
Like
lucky?
why? What is
Lady, you
it?
lucky somebody didn't call the police on you for that. You
Okay.
reckless.
No, he did. He did. That's why he
Oh, he
called.
did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes. The son should have been truthful. He should. But the mama know he liked him. She let him go to. Well, I don't say she let, but he went to a concert. She knows. The mother
She
knows.
knows. This is the
She is
most
well
that she can
aware.
do, though.
It's just her. She just doesn't like what they have going on. And that
That
annoys me. Maybe because I don't care about stuff like that, you
right.
know, maybe because I don't care, it doesn't bother me, you know.
I just don't get it. Right. I would not care. If my son came in today and was like, "Oh, mom, this is my boyfriend," it would be like, "Oh, okay, cool." Like, just
Right.
because I
Let
would be
me
the
go back in my
most
room.
accepting environment. Like, I would hate to have a gay child growing up in an environment that ain't supportive of them, period. So,
Yes. And you acting
yeah,
like you're
you're crazy.
protecting him. No, you're not. You're protecting. You're just being a butthole about the situation. Like, lady, let it go.
You're
I did not.
reaching.
This blew me. This is really blown me. Okay.
Right. Mm-mm. Y'all. Hey, Miss Kira.
Oh gosh.
Let us
Hi,
know
Miss
what y'all think
Kira.
about this one. What the hashtag is gonna be for this one, Candy? Respucia 21 Savage and Respucia for sure gonna be a hashtag.
Yes. Put uh 21 Savage in the chat. Put Respucia in the chat. Put
Put a horn
um
honk in the chat.
a
Put that horn honk in the
horn in
chat.
the chat.
When she got out that car, she said, "Who? Right? Who been messing with my seat?"
Yeah, mom let it slip out because she didn't mean to say she didn't mean to let that
Didn't
come
mean
out.
to say that. I know
Because
she
we
didn't.
was confused. They're like, what? But I knew it had to be something because you were too adamant about this temporary order that
I like
you
women.
let him come to the house. You let him come. You let him come to the house. 2 or 3 weeks after you did this, you let him come to the house. Lady.
Ah.
This one stressed me, sister.
Yeah, it really stressed me. It stressed me too, Candy. What? I was mad at this lady.
And the
First, I
story
was
kept getting worse. It kept getting worse and
it,
worse.
it
Like
went from worse to worse, sir. It really
worse
did.
and worse. Worse and worse.
Mhm.
Like and it had no resolve at all, I don't think. Unless I
It
missed
was
it because
like I said, I started falling asleep toward the end because I said, "What's going on? What's going to happen here? Nothing."
yeah. Yes, Miss Kira, these kids be 50-50 for real. They do. They do. They really do. But the mama should know better. She's old enough and she's too long in the tooth to be acting the way she acted. It's a different day and age, lady. Either get
Right.
with it or get gone. And Marcus ain't going nowhere and Philip ain't going nowhere, you know.
They texting about it right now.
Yes. They probably was texting each other while they was in court.
Right.
Because mama was tripping.
No, my mama
Mama
be
was tripping.
tripping. My mama is so extra for this. I'm sorry. I know you got to take off time from your job.
She not gonna put that boy out because he probably helped her with them other kids. She said she had 2 special
Oh,
needs kids. He
she's not
probably
putting
helped
him
her.
out. Right.
So it
He's
seems like you
definitely
would be a little bit nicer to him if he
right.
is assisting you with your other children.
Ooh. Mm-mm.
Because ain't no way Marcus following you all around and it's just you and your special needs children. Like, I mean, what do you ain't nobody.
Marcus
He don't
giving
want you.
rides to the niece and the nephew.
Picking up these kids, your grandchildren.
Like
You
Tori
mad because he
said,
riding around the
you
building. That ain't got
undereating
nothing to do with
into
you. He riding around the job. Let Waffle House supervisor manager call and say, I have a blue car riding around the building.
Oh my
Ain't got
gosh.
nothing to do with you. But you probably babied that boy. You probably just finished breastfeeding him. That's probably why he act like that. Because ain't no way in the world my son gonna call me and say,
Not
Mom,
just
something
finished
this girl.
breastfeeding them.
Well, you know what? He probably would tell me, but he wouldn't tell me. He'll tell my nieces that he got somebody riding around the building. If he ain't want to deal with him because they can hem her up, because they know me, I'm not gonna stop until it's
Right.
until it's over. But yeah, I can't see that. I want to call Foot Locker about my son's hours one time. He said, "Nah, ma, I got it." I said, "Okay."
Because I'll call up there. I'll come
Well,
up there.
I will come up there because you're not
Right.
going to play with my son's hours. So we need
Okay.
all the hours we can get, so we can get that 50% off when it's y'all. Y'all do it now. Stop playing.
That's why he was like, "No, I got it, mama, because you about to
Yeah, I about to mess up
blow
the
the
plug.
bag." Right.
Whoa.
Look, Torx didn't talk about no. Call King Harris because he will go to a Waffle House and cut up.
Yeah. Miss Kira said they want you to think they in court. Yeah, the judge was clearly at home because
That's why I'm like, why he got a damn green screen? Now that's a new one.
that was crazy. And it was obvious it was a green screen, and it was
It was
obvious that he had
obvious.
just got out the shower because his hair was wet. It was
Hair all
obvious.
slick.
I don't even know if he had a robe on. He might have had on a black t-shirt because I didn't see no collar or no nothing. He
He
did
didn't
not
even
look
take his
official at
dress
all. He
at
could have just put
all.
a shirt on and a tie. He didn't even have to put the robe on if you gonna be green screening. Because you looking like me right now, breaking up. Your screen breaking up, sir.
I ain't never seen Judge Aguilar do all that, and I think he got a green screen too. Like, okay, I
Right.
do get it, but if you don't, I mean, the green screen is just giving fake. Like this
Yeah.
supposed to be official court business, so just let it be your background. You got books and stuff on the shelf in your little home office. Like,
Right.
just let that be it. The green screen takes me out every time, but this is the
Yeah.
first time that it's just been like over obvious.
Very, yeah. And then he stepped back, the thing got smaller. I mean his head got small. I'm like, okay, sir.
Right, he was all pinched in. Like, sir, spread out the image.
Yeah. Judge was out of order. He really was. He really was out of order. But this was a good one. It was nerve wracking, but it was good. But it was nerve wracking.
It just didn't. The reason why it was good all the way through, but just to not get no resolve, it's just like, what?
Mm-hmm.
They need to send y'all the bill on that, which I'm sure they will.
Yeah, they need to because that should have been illegal. You shouldn't be doing that because
That's a false report, damn near,
yes,
huh?
yes, definitely false reporting because it wasn't legit to me, in my opinion. Because
Everything was
he's
a
not
reach.
bothering you.
Right.
He's just following you and your children. That's it.
But not with the intent to do harm, because that was the harassment, not with the intent to
Right.
harass or
But
do
put your
harm.
paws on him. Put fluffers on him. He'll sit down. He'll back up and get your son too. Because we're not. No. This is upset my spirit.
It did.
It was good
It
because it
was
was
good.
foolish. It was foolish. But y'all
Mhm.
wasted the court's time. Y'all wasted the people's money. Yeah, they really
So
did.
that was that one on that, y'all. Definitely want to
Mm-hmm.
shout out everybody that pulled up to the live. Shout out to DeMarcus, to Toric, to Tamika's Den, to who else was up in this thing? Shayna,
Inga Binga,
Inga Binga,
Shane,
Monique
Stevens,
69 Ways, Miss Kira,
Willow.
Brillo. Yeah, shout out to Matthew. Shout out to Stephen Harris. Okay.
Yeah,
I
thank
think
y'all for pulling up.
yeah. We
And
happy
thank
y'all
you
came out.
all for that was in the bushes. And
Right.
Tyra from Shovel TV. Yeah,
Yep.
thank
Shout out to
you. Thank you.
Tyra.
Thank you.
Yes, for sure. And
We
we
appreciate
definitely gonna
y'all.
be when we gonna come back, we gonna hit y'all over the head with another one. So just be on the lookout because yeah,
Yeah, be on
we
the
might
lookout.
be able to slide a pre-recorded one in there for y'all too.
Yeah, we just might. You never
So
know.
make sure you stay
And just
tuned.
let y'all know when we do them pre-recorded videos, it be 2 o'clock in the morning when we get them suckers done. Okay,
Okay, right. So
just
make sure you
just
tapping in.
just FYI, please appreciate the pre-recorded because they be in the wee hours of the night, my time.
Yep.
Aries still be, in the PM. I be in the AM. Aries be in the PM. I be
Right.
in the
It
AM.
be literally be in the AM.
But I'm a night owl, so I can thug it out. But please appreciate all our hard work that we do when we come through. And we appreciate y'all big time. Y'all
Yeah.
don't even understand. We really do appreciate
Right.
y'all. And then y'all can let these videos play in the background while y'all not doing anything. Y'all don't have to turn the volume down. Let them play so we can get our, time and our views and stuff. We can get all that up. Just hit play.
Right.
Let the playlist. I got mine in the playlist. Hit the playlist. Let it play so we can get these. These. I'm telling you, I'm for real. I need to get my watch
No,
hours.
thanks, Candy. I need the watch hours too. I'm laughing at Miss Kira
Listen.
because she watching the replay and
Oh,
I
Miss
see
Kira.
her reacting delayed into what we was hearing. Now she catching up. She like, oh, he
Yes,
dating
Miss
the guy in the
Kira.
bottom.
Yeah,
Yes,
21 Savage is dating the dude at the bottom. Yes, and the mama is really going above and beyond to be a booty hole with this kid. These are children. I mean, they grown, but they children.
the mama's going above and beyond to be a bottom. She acting
Yeah,
like a bottom.
licking bottoms.
Right. Boot
And
licking.
then the other guy, the guy at the bottom, I think his name is Marvin or Marcus, whatever. His mama is not even involved because it's like it ain't even that deep. However,
Right.
his mama might need to put the pause on Big Respucia because she
She need to
tripping.
say something at this point. Now that the
Yeah,
court let it fall through the cracks, she need to step in and say, "Okay, now you said my son was harassing you. The courts didn't rule on that. Now I'm gonna give you a reason to be harassed. If you want a
right,
reason to go back up there for real, let me know. But as for now, ma'am, you need to leave my son alone.
right. Because see, it's gonna be me. You gonna put that TPO on, not
Right?
him.
It's gonna be
Because
mama to mama."
I'm gonna show you what harassing look like.
Because really, honestly, if I was his parent, I would still be upset because how dare you bring my professional son? Clearly, he working in the medical field.
Mm-hmm,
You got him on this type of harassment, an attempt to put this on his record. Like
mm-hmm.
you really going that far with the comedy lady?
Yeah, this is pure comedy. She
It's
looked
comedy,
foolish, and I hope all the people in your congregation see this because the story you told them is not what you just told the courts. The story you told the congregation ain't what you told the courts. The story you told the ladies in the women ministry, the choir rehearsal, the usher board, all them people that you didn't told this little flicked story. That's not what you told the judge, and I need you to tell the judge, repeat what you told the judge. Tell them because
right?
they're gonna look at you like you stupid. They gonna bless you. They're gonna put all over you because you're ridiculous. You're stretching. You're tripping. Now
Look,
in the medical field, I mean, hey, listen, he ain't at the Waffle House.
right? Okay, and no shade to the Waffle
No
House,
shade, because
but
them hash browns
clearly
be
one is
hitting.
the catch. Marcus is the catch.
Marcus is the catch.
Right. I think he more than emptying bedpans though, because at least he had a little stethoscope around his neck, not unless he didn't run and grab that off of somebody. But he wanted to at least present well to the court.
He might
Huh.
okay, right, with his mask above below his chin. I thought he had a
What is that
brace on
about
that
I
first.
know.
Listen, no shade to the Waffle House, because listen, them hash browns, I get them mushrooms, peppers, and onions, cheese. Child, listen.
Right.
Yeah. No shade to the Waffle House. But
Put
yeah,
some
this is a good
waffles in the chat.
one, but it was stressful. Huh?
I said, put some waffles in the chat. Replay game.
Okay.
Put some waffles in the chat. Let us know if you done made it this far.
Right. If you'd have made this far, put some waffles in the chat. Or a stethoscope or a
Right.
thermometer or something. Something.
Or a bedpan.
Very silly. Oh Lordy. Yeah. Oh my gosh. All righty.
All right, then, y'all. We about to be about this thing. Make sure that y'all are tapping into the next one. And yeah, we will see y'all then. Like the video on your way out. And we'll get to y'all later.
Baby girl, you got it, girl, you